I think probably the biggest problem I had in the early days was looking at something and not understanding why somebody else didn't see it. And that was what brought me to understanding perspective. Sometimes to me, I look at the problem and I see the problem staring me in the face, but others don't. And there's a variety of reasons for that. Everything from it's not their business. They don't understand. Like, why are they thinking security? They're not. They're in accounting, they're in HR, they're in some other department. Through to they're simply not going to see it. It's just not their forte, if you will. So I think that became obvious to me a long time ago. I spent 7 years working for Sony of Canada, and I did everything in there: point of sale support, coding, mainframe operations, PCs, all that stuff. I was hand coding HTML back in like 95 or 96, something like that. And I wanted to build an internal website for our SAP R3 deployment for documentation. Strictly, like, the only reason I wanted to do it was to stop us killing trees, because we were printing off workbooks every night, just constantly reprinting. And when I suggested it, I was asked, why did I want to waste my time with TML? The internet was a fad and would be gone next year. I couldn't fathom how somebody did not see what the internet was going to do. Thankfully, I quit the next week and went and joined a company that built ones and anything else. And I learned all of those technologies. I think being open to change is key to that. So even if you do have a struggle, change is simply an act of survival, right? So being open to shifting. I have had different careers. I would never have said in 97 that I would have been working for a venture capitalist. I didn't even know what a venture capitalist was in 97. I never thought that I would work for an HR company. I never thought that I would be a privacy officer. And I think the struggle a lot of people have is they believe that they have a certain path and they won't look at options to that path or variations of that path. And I learned of the hard lesson that there's two things in life that are really important. Two big things in life. One, you're born. Two, you die. Everything else you find a way to deal with. So open your mind, open your head up, and accept options, look at options, and try things. Try and fail. And that I think is what I would suggest people do. And that's what I've learned.